first, Paka, cooking, Karyachena, performed, Acharyani, the wife of Advaita Acharya, Vishnu Samarpana, offering to Lord Vishnu, Kaila, did, Acharya, Advaita Acharya, Apani, himself. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami, Srila Prabhupada. All the eatables were first cooked by the wife of Advaita Acharya. Then Sri Advaita Acharya personally offered everything to Lord Vishnu. This is the ideal householder's life. The husband and wife live together, and the husband works very hard to secure paraphernalia for worshipping Lord Vishnu. The wife at home cooks a variety of foods for Lord Vishnu, and the husband offers it to the deity. After that, Arati is performed, and the prasadam is distributed among family members and guests. According to the Vedic principles, there must always be a guest in a householder's house. In my childhood, I have actually seen my father receive not less than 4 guests every day. And in those days, my father's income was not very great. Nonetheless, there was no difficulty in offering prasadam to at least 4 guests every day. According to Vedic principles, a householder before taking lunch should go outside and shout very loudly to see if there is anyone without food. In this way, he invites people to take prasadam. If someone comes, the householder offers him prasadam, and if there is not much left, he should offer his own portion to the guest. If no one responds to his call, the householder can accept his own lunch. Thus, the householder's life is also a kind of austerity. Because of this, the householder's life is called Grahastha Ashram. Although a person may live with his wife and children happily in Krishna consciousness, he also observes the regulative principles followed in any temple. If there is no Krishna consciousness, the householder's abode is called a Grahamedi's house. Householders in Krishna consciousness are actually Grahasthas, that is, those living in the ashrama with their families and children. Sri Advaita Prabhu was an ideal Grahastha, and his house was the ideal Grahastha ashram. Om Ajnanatimrindasya Jnananjana Salakya Chakshurmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today is Shantipur festival in Mayapur, celebrated, and also Shri Madhavendra Puri's disappearance day. I'll speak on this chapter because this Shantipur festival is considered very auspicious. So some of the boys here, they may become grahasthas, right? Or some may become brahmacharis. So somebody asked Prabhupada, one disciple asked Prabhupada after getting married, Prabhupada, what are the principles grahasthas should follow? He was asking in this regard how to, live with his wife and all that. So Prabhupada said, wife cooks, husband offers, and he comes in, he goes and shouts. Anyone is angry? Anyone is hungry? Anyone is hungry? 3 times he shouts. And then when somebody comes, he feeds. That is not the answer he wanted. He wanted some other answer. Prabhupada, I know, what are the principles grahasthas should follow? Prabhupada again said the same thing. Wife cooks, husband offers, he goes out and shouts, is anyone hungry? Is anyone hungry? Is anyone hungry? Then he takes prasad. He was not satisfied. And again he asked, Prabhupada, that is there, but how a grahastha should live with his wife and all? Prabhupada said, wife cooks, husband offers. I understood. This is grahastha life. This is grahastha life, right? Sri Parashar Bhatta says that sometimes we see grahasthas. Actually, it is very difficult to become, have a peaceful life in grahastha ashram because so many factors are involved. But sometimes we see some grahasthas, they live very happily. No material problems. Wife is nice, chaste and obedient. Sons are obedient and scholarly. Daughters are very nice. Father, mother are alive. Right? How in some houses it goes on like that. And in some houses nothing goes well. Wife is not well, ran away with somebody. Son is a gunda. Right? And then some grahasthas, life members, they say, Prabhuji, what to do? Like that. So Sri Parashar Bhatta says that there are Graha Devatas are there. There are many Devatas. Graha Devatas there. So they comment, it seems, how many Mahatmas wash their feet and hands in their house. Right? So that means if somebody's house, some Mahatmas, they come. It is said that before Prasadam, 2 places should be wet before honoring Prasad. Right? After honoring Prasad, 3 places should be wet. You know what? What? Before Prasadam, one should wash their feet and hands. Right? Then after Prasad also, one should wash one's feet and hands. Then there should be tears in the eyes that we have taken Prasadam. We are so lucky like that. So if Mahatmas, they come and wash their feet at their house, then the Graha Devatas, they bless that, these people should be very happy. Otherwise, very difficult, to get a obedient wife and chaste wife. Right? So, unless one does great tapasya, one will not get a devotee wife. Shri Gaura Kishodas Babaji Maharaj told this. Right? So, this is, so in a grahastha life, this is very much required. How to serve Prasad, Prabhupada explains. I will explain later. There is one great disciple of Prabhupada, Srimati Moola Prakriti Mataji. She compiled a book on Prabhupada's pastimes before he launched ISKCON, 1965, New York. Before, she met all the devotees, whoever possible. She interviewed and got stories from them, like that. So this story narrated by Pujari in Shantipur, Advait Bhavan, right? So that Pujari was narrating that in 1940s and 50s, he used to watch one Grahastha devotee come regularly to Shantipur, at least once in a month or sometimes twice in a month. Sit in Advait Bhavan, Shantipur, Advaitacharya's home, and chant very vigorously and with great love and devotion. And he would not speak to anybody. He would not speak to anybody. And sometimes he would cry and cry and cry while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and like that. So like that he would watch. So because he was so intensely chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he would not speak to him much because he didn't want to disturb him. Later on, after some time, he stopped coming. So sometime in August 1965, a gentleman came wearing very saffron cloth and carrying danda. So he sat there for a long time. He chanted again and again, very intensely, and then tears welling up in his eyes, crying and crying like that. Then after finishing chanting, then he offered obeisances to Advaitacharya and other devotees there, and then he started going. Then that time this Pujari asked him, "Who are you? I know you for a long time. Since long time you haven't been coming. Previously you were coming very regularly. What is your name and all?" Then he introduced himself that actually I am A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, a unworthy disciple of His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. My spiritual master gave me an impossible mission. What is that? He ordered me to go cross the ocean and preach this Krishna consciousness to all the Western people. But I am so unqualified and unworthy, and I am thinking, how will I be able to give the message to the Westerners? Whether I will be successful or not? How they will take it? That is why this is the place. In this place, in the house, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, and Advaita Acharya, they would meet. They met here, and then they started the inundation of love of Godhead all over the world from this place. That is why I am vigorously praying to Sri Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bless me in this mission, like that. So he was later on. Then this Pujari started observing Vaishnavas coming and offering obeisances, wearing tilak, kantimala, dhoti kurta, and all that. So one day he got the magazine of Back to Godhead. There he saw His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON. And all that. Then, oh my God, I think this personality, then he remembered the same personality used to come and chant vigorously and cry for the mercy of Sri Advaita Acharya. Then he went to Mayapur ISKCON and I narrated the story that, he is my friend, I knew him like for a long time. So actually, by the blessings of Sri Advaita Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu, Prabhupada actually started this movement. It started, like he used to chant vigorously, like that. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at the age of 24, he took sannyas. And then, he was completely in ecstasy, and then he wanted to go to Vrindavan. Then, he started going towards Vrindavan. Somehow or other, he reached a place called Radha Desh, where, like that, he was going. Then, after some time, for 3 days and 3 nights, he fasted, he chanted, and he was completely in ecstasy. He has no outward consciousness, external consciousness. Then he said, 3 days, I have not heard the holy name of Krishna. It's useless to keep my body. I will commit suicide, like that. Then when he went forward a little bit, then some coward boys, they were actually chanting, Hari, 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 Hari. And then Mahaprabhu was very delighted, ecstatic, saying that, oh, finally I heard the holy name of the Lord. Finally I heard the holy name of the Lord. Then he asked the boys, is Ganges nearby? Yes, the boys said, yes. Few furlongs. If you go Ganga Mata, you will see. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Ganga, and then he offered prayers to Ganga. That one of the things he offered that, anybody who lives near you, they will automatically become devotees. They will chant Hare Krishna, right? Because that is a conclusion, like that. There are, I will tell some other time, there are 10 advantages of taking bath in Ganga or in holy rivers. That is why it is said that every day night, Chandrama releases nectar. Releases nectar. And that nectar falls on the rivers of the rivers. That is why all the sages they would take bath in Ganga. Right? They would take bath in Ganga. All the tejas that they get, it is because of the nectar that is from Chandrama that is available in the rivers. Right? And there are many advantages. Like that, they get, like Prabhupada says, there are devotees, I know, who never took any medicine. 4th Canto Bhagavatam I was reading other day. Who never took any medicine. They simply drank Ganga water. If anybody would fall sick, he would fall sick, he would drink only Ganga water. Throughout his life, he never took any medicine. And then he lived for many years. So that is one material benefit. And then Anybody who lives nearby, automatically they chant Hare Krishna. Then Ganga Mata, she became very, this is from Chaitanya Bhagavat. Ganga Mata, she became ashamed. You know, the Lord from whose lotus feet she is coming, and then he is offering me prayers. You know, he is offering me prayers. She felt ashamed, and she said, my dear Lord, please don't offer me prayers. Like that. Then she offered prayers to Lord Chaitanya. Like that. There are many beautiful prayers that anybody who offers those prayers recited by Lord Chaitanya to Ganga Mata, they will get love of God. Right? You can read in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So, Nityananda Prabhu did not want Lord Chaitanya to go to Vrindavan. He called some of the coward boys. He said, this Baba will ask the path to Vrindavan. Right? You tell him that the path to Ganga, not to Yamuna. Path to Ganga you tell. So, like that, Prabhupada says, he told some story, Nityananda, to the boys. Then he said, okay. Then Lord Chaitanya asked, he was in ecstasy. He asked these coward boys, where is the path to Vrindavan? And then they showed, Ulta, this side. And then Lord Chaitanya started going. Meanwhile, he called Chandrasekhar Acharya, Mukunda and all that. He sent Chandrasekhar Acharya to Shantipur. He told Advaita Acharya to bring some, dry cloth, kaupin and lungi, dhoti and all that. Then he sent Mukunda, you go and bring Sachi Mata to Shantipur. Like that. So, Mahaprabhu is in ecstasy, still in ecstasy. Then he said, where is Yamuna? Where is Yamuna? Nityananda Prabhu said, see, just see. Yamuna is nearby only. So, as soon as Lord Chaitanya saw Yamuna, Ganga, he was thinking it is Yamuna. He immediately jumped into the Yamuna river. Then he offered prayer. There is a very beautiful prayer. It is there in he jumped into the river, and then before that he offered prayer. It is said that many times we go and take bath. It is said in the Puranas, without Nishchalman puja, without sankalpa, taking bath is useless. Right? You know what is sankalpa? Yasya jamanena bhagavat ajnaya bhagavat kankarya rupam Shri Shri Radha Rasveri Prityartham. Right? Then namkaran apna naam bolne ka Ramrupa naam deyasya achyuta gotrasya. Like that, you should you should do sankalpa first, then only take bath, and then while doing puja nishalman. Otherwise it is useless, just taking bath. That is why if you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every time he would take bath, he would offer prayer. Ganga, he offer prayer. Yamuna, like that. So one should offer obeisances to the tirtha, then take water in the hand and do sankalpa, chant sankalpa mantra, and then take bath, like that. So, then when he came out, he saw Advaita Acharya. He said, hey Advait Prabhu, when did you come to Vrindavan? Welcome to Vrindavan. When did you come to Vrindavan? How do you know that I am here? Advaita Acharya said, my dear Lord, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Welcome to Shantipur, please come to my house. Right? Then Lord Chaitanya said, oh, this Nityananda cheated me. He said, this is Yamuna. Said, no, what Nityananda said is correct. Because Prabhupada explains that in Allahabad, when the Ganga and Yamuna, they do Sangam happens, at that time, on the western side, Yamuna is flowing, on the eastern side, Ganga is flowing. So you took bath on the western side, so you took bath in Yamuna only. Said, my dear Lord, my house will be very purified, please come and take prasadam, because you have not eaten for 3 days and 3 nights. Right? 3 days and 3 nights. Like that. So, there is not much time, but I heard one devotee saying that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is an expert cook, it seems. Expert means super expert cook, like Srila Prabhupada. So, that is why whenever he would get a chance, he would narrate all the prasadam offered. right? If you see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, again and again, description of prasad. And then Prabhupada is saying, I request the cooks of ISKCON to try out all the recipes that is described by great cook Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Right? Some of the things we don't like only. Right? Other day in Mayapur, Brahmachari Prasadam Mahal, usually I like, we are accustomed to ISKCON Prasadam, so we all like potato. That too, fried potato is very nice. So I said, aur do. So I took, when I took it inside, it was so kadwa. I said, what is this? Then one devotee told me, it is coated with neem-ka powder. Oh my God. But then later on, one devotee sent a quote. Then I was crying, mera mood kharab ho gaya aaj. Neem ka itna kadwa. Then somebody said, this is the favorite sabji of Lord Chaitanya, it seems. Potato coated with neem. Like that. So there are 5 varieties of prasadam cooked with neem. Neem and brinjal, neem and this, neem. And then there are sukta sabji, with fresh neem leaves. Right? And then there are different cakes, and then different vegetables, potals, then different saag sabjis. Right? If you eat in Brahmachari Prasadam in Mayapur, you will realize, right? They have no recipe, and they put, whatever I think leftover sabjis. You can't say what sabji is this. All sabjis. One sabji consists of all sabjis. Right? Papdi, beans, then cabbage, whatever, all sabjis. And they taste so good, divine. Because Ganga water, सब जगह गंगा वाटर से उगता है ना, इतना taste. They don't put any masala, nothing. They just put salt and they just boil the sabji and they put it like that. And so divine it is, so tasty sabjis like that. So many varieties of foodstuffs. Advaitacharya's wife cooked, and Advaitacharya made 3 plates. One some iron plate, right? And then 2 banana leaves, right? And there were cups of banana leaf cups, very sturdy, right? And all this, at least 108 items. Sabjis, different kinds of sweets, different kinds of chutneys, then rice. There is a mountain of rice. And very yellowish ghee, is flowing out of that, like that. So offered, and then tulsi leaves are kept on that, like that. You're not going to get any feast, huh? Only, you have to be satisfied hearing like that. So this is ISKCON, Most of us, we became devotees by taking prasadam, right? I was very fond of, eating sweets, all that. So one day, somebody complained to His Holiness, Bhakti Saud Muhammad Maharaj. I used to serve him at that time. Said, Maharaj, this Shivaram is always eating sweets, So Maharaj told, yes, he should eat more sweets. Because that time I was very thin, he's very thin. ISKCON devotee, we should be very healthy. Then he said, I got more encouragement. Like that. So, Harikesh Maharaj was saying that Prabhupada was told him that actually I did not want to go to his material world. Krishna was forcing me, you go, you go. He said, Krishna asked me, why you don't want to go? I said, no, there, you have to perform austerity and all. I don't like. But Krishna told him, no, you don't have to perform any austerity. Take very nice prasad. And then write beautiful books. That's it, that's it, Prabhupada said, take very nice prasad and read Prabhupada books. That is ISKCON, right? Like that. So one, Badrinath Maharaj was telling that there is one guy, radio show host. He was very, very cruel and criminal type of guy. Then whoever would come on the show, he would just roast him. There is a roasting, roasting, like that. One day, one ISKCON devotee appeared on the radio show, And then he was very, very, actually I think Badrinath Maharaj only, I think. He was actually expecting now, there will be missile. Now there will be missile. But throughout the show, he was very polite, respectful, there is no roasting. I said, then he asked, how, then later on the show was over, everybody clapped and all. Then I said, how come, no roasting today? Yeah, otherwise everybody you roast like that. They insult him and all that. No, मैं ISKCON का प्रसाद खा के फला बड़ा है, फला बड़ा. How can I roast? ISKCON प्रसाद का महिमा है, right? Like that. So this is prasada or prasada movement. Anyway, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw all these items, and Mahaprabhu was so greatly pleased. He was so greatly pleased that anybody who does service, offers such kind of foodstuffs to the Lord, I will take the dust particles of his lotus feet and keep on my head. Prabhupada says, this is the way how to please Krishna. Not that, simply, like that. So this is the purport I have already explained. Like that. And then, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya, he gave water to wash the feet and hands of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Said, you come and, so they entered the room. And then Mahaprabhu requested Mukunda and Haridas also to come and join the prasadam. Haridas said, I am the most fallen person. How can I join you? I will eat whatever remnants you have left, like that. And then Mahaprabhu was greatly pleased that he offered such three plates of prasad to the Lord. Yeah. Then he said, please bring 2 separate plantain leaves for me and Nityananda, and offer me little rice, little saag sabji, and some boiled sabjis. Remaining you distribute prasadam. Advaita Acharya said, no, these 2 plates are meant for you. 1 plate for you and another plate for Nityananda. Said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am a sannyasi. Right? I am a sannyasi. I cannot eat so much delicious and opulent prasad. How can I control my senses? Then Advaita Acharya said, I know the purpose behind your sannyas. What kind of sannyas? I don't, care. You come and please, for 3 days and 3 nights you have fasted. You have not eaten anything. So please accept, for today you accept prasadam. A little bit. Like that. Mahaprabhu said, this much I cannot eat. I said, I know who you are. What are your activities in Jagannath Puri? Right? So in Jagannath Puri, you eat 56 times. And then sometimes hundreds of items you eat. It is a morsel. It is a small speck on your, it will be a tongue. He says, this is a morsel of foodstuffs for you. You just please give up your pretense and simply take prasad. For today, just to satisfy me. Right? Then he said, I can't eat much. Prabhupada, Advaita Acharya says, whatever you can eat, you eat. Remaining, you live. leftovers we will take. Mahaprabhu says, it is not proper for a sannyasi to leave Mahaprasadam. So, I cannot, live like that. So, Prabhupada writes in the purport, quoting from some Brahma Vishnu Purana, Brihad Vishnu Purana or something, that a sannyasi should beg and then cook some, on the river bank he should eat, and then he should not leave any leftover for others to eat. That is the principle for a sannyasi. But Srila Prabhupada, there are, like Giriraj Maharaj and all, they have explained, Brahmananda Prabhu, they have eaten Prabhupada's Maha, right? So once Brahmananda Prabhu was explaining, and then he started crying. In Friday class once I invited him. So he just started crying that, Prabhupada, Maha, means when Prabhupada would cook kachoris, it seems, and samosas and all, Garga Muni Prabhu and all, they used to eat 50 samosas, it seems. And first time when Prabhupada cooked, kachori and served with his own hands, when he took a bite of that kachori, and then Brahmananda Prabhu started crying, said, I can't forget this, of that moment in my life. So they are very fortunate, that prasadam cooked by Prabhupada, and, sometimes, direct, he would chew the, Prabhupada was so expert, they would offer him oranges or this, Mosambi, and then Prabhupada would chew, and then so expertly he would, spit, and then it will go and fall into the garbage bin, and then they would, wow, it's a spectacle, how he would, and then it would directly fall. Not even one will fall outside of the kachra box, like that. Anyway, so Mahaprabhu said, I can't live like that. No, you just eat, okay, whatever little you eat. Now, today, no pretense, just eat. Like that. Then Mahaprabhu started eating. Then he would serve. Then Advaitacharya, he would see half of the cup is empty, Advaitacharya would fill it again. And then Mahaprabhu would eat half of it, and then again he would fill it. He kept on filling it up. Then he said, how much you make me eat? No, from now onwards, you eat everything off and then leave it off. Like that. So meanwhile, Nityananda Prabhu said, today, actually I fasted for 3 days and 3 nights. I wanted to break the fast. It looks like today also is a fasting day only for me. Said, what? Itna sara mound of rice and so much, 108 sabjis and all. It is just a morsel of particle on my tongue. कुछ भी काम का नहीं है. Right? Then Advaitacharya said, you are actually rejected Avadhuta. We don't know what is your caste and all, where from you came. So, so I am a poor Brahmana. Right? So you are a sannyasi. Whatever, your sannyasi gets, he should be satisfied. Don't demand. Right? Like that. Then there is a banter, friendly banter between Advaitacharya and Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu said, what is the use, simply being a pretend Brahmana, you are a grahastha and all, you can't even feed, properly sannyasis. Right? This is nothing for me. There is no use, what I think I have to go hungry again. Today also. Like that. So then he took some few grains of rice, Then after the Mahaprabhu finished the lunch, Nityananda Prabhu, he said, no, I'm not satisfied. He took some few grains of particles of rice and threw at him. Prove it, Advaitacharya. When the few particles of food particles fell on the Advaita's body, then he started dancing. Said, I think it is your wish to make me become like you. Like a madman. Nityananda Prabhu, Avaduta, like that. So, today, my life has become perfect. That, the remnants are, fell upon my body and all that. So, like that it went. Then, Advaitacharya gave very nice bed, cloves, cardamom, all that, ilachi and all that to chew. Then, he put some chandan and all that. Then he said he wanted to massage his lotus feet, Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. I said, Advaita, please. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has great respect for Advaitacharya. He would never deny his request. But he said, you made me dance all this while. No? Now, please, you cannot, make me do, I'm a sannyasi now. You can, I don't want, you to press my feet and all that. Right? So he said, no. Then he said, okay. He told all the other devotees to take prasad. Then he said, you come and take prasad and come. Then, Advaitacharya, yeah, very nice. Take put that 114. Huh? Yeah. की कही बा रे सखी आजुका आनंद ओरा चिरदिने madhava mandire mora. Advaitacharya said, my dear friends, what shall I say? Today I have received the highest transcendental pleasure. After many days, Lord Krishna is in my house. So this is, Prabhupada says, this is actually composed by Vidyapati. Many people, Prabhupada writes that many think that Madhavendra Puri has composed, but actually it is composed by Vidyapati and all that. So then he started dancing. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also started dancing. And Nityananda Prabhu started dancing. Then there is a huge, Advaitacharya started, exhibiting all 8 kinds of symptoms of bhava, prema. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also joined, Nityananda Prabhu also joined. So for 3 hours continuously, they have chanted and danced. Right? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can't even imagine, we can't even imagine. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when ordered Lord Nityananda to do congregational chanting in Bengal, so they, I think in Panihati or somewhere, they stayed for 3 months. 3 months continuous chanting and dancing. No eating, no sleeping. 3 months. Can you imagine? Like that. So, then after 3 hours of chanting and dancing, Mahaprabhu felt little fatigued. Then Advaitacharya again and again started chanting this, like that. Then meanwhile, when Mahaprabhu was chanting and all, he felt great ecstasy. He felt great ecstasy. And then sensing the mood of Lord Chaitanya, Mukunda started chanting started singing some songs. Right? So when he started singing, Mahaprabhu's ecstasy increased and more and more and more and more, more and more. And then Mahaprabhu continuously danced for 3 hours. Then sensing that Nityananda Prabhu felt that Mahaprabhu got fatigued, he stopped him. Then he said he made him sit. So meanwhile, all the people, they came and they joined the Sankirtan, Hare Krishna Sankirtan. And then next day morning, Shri Sachimata, she came. So when Mahaprabhu saw Sachimata, he offered obeisances. Then he begged forgiveness that without your permission, I took sannyas. Then Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this body came from you. So even few million lifetimes also, I cannot repay my debt to you. Right? So same thing Uddhava says in third canto Bhagavatam, second chapter, that Krishna used to go and tell Devaki and Vasudev that a son cannot repay his debt to his mother, father, even in millions of lifetimes, because this body comes from you. Right? That. So Prabhupada wrote very beautiful purport. He says that just see Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, he is showing how to show respect to mother, father. Right? Mother, father. Then he is showing how much respect we should show to our Supreme Father and Mother, Krishna. Right? We can, that is why Prabhupada was saying, many times I told, maybe, he told Brahmananda Prabhu, once when Brahmananda Prabhu, Gargamuni Prabhu, they got initiated, his mother was present. Then Prabhupada asked, please give me some donation. His mother told, I have already donated two sons. What else you want? Yeah, you are correct. So Prabhupada told Brahmananda Prabhu, whenever you see your mother, offer obeisances. Right? So when Brahmananda Prabhu, once he visited his mother's house, he rang the bell, and then she opened the door. And then she was wondering who rang the bell. There, Brahmananda Prabhu, offering full dandavat to his mother. Like that. So I became madman, and then I accepted sannyas. Please forgive me. Like that. Then Sachimata took Mahaprabhu on her lap, and then she started crying. She was very, very, Mahaprabhu was looking so handsome, so beautiful, golden luster, on his body, but no hair. Right? No hair. Right? Because, in Tirupati, they get 1,000 crores, I think, every year simply by selling hair. Why we gave hair there in Balaji, Why people give hair? That many sins are there in our body. So that is why by shaving hair, Balaji, in Balaji temple, we are getting rid of all the sins. Right? We can't, few million hairs are there, Lord Krishna says in Garuda Purana, exact number of hairs that we have. Not bald wala. Like that. So, but Mahaprabhu used to have a very beautiful blackish curly hair. Very beautiful up to the shoulders and all. Like that. So, many devotees, they were grief-stricken seeing Lord Chaitanya in sannyas vesh without hair. Right? So, Radharaman Maharaj was explaining in Champahati, why that Champahati place came. Because there, so many flowers, champa flowers, yellowish champa flowers, they were available there. So one devotee used to worship Krishna every day with so many offerings of champa flowers to the Lord Shyam Sundar, blackish Shyam Sundar. And then one day, offering after many years of service to the Lord, one day when he was worshipping the Lord, the deity, the Shyam Sundara deity, blackish form of the Lord, became yellowish. Completely golden complexion. I said, the devotee was surprised, my dear Lord, what is this? How, blackish deity became yellow, golden color? Right? So we were very bewildered. Then that day that Lord Krishna came, said, don't worry. He was thinking the Lord has changed. Because everybody is accustomed to Gopal, right? Shyam Sundar, blackish Krishna. Like that. And then he said, kya ho gaya? Mera Lord chala gaya, he was crying. He said, that day Krishna came in his dream and he said, don't worry, I am the same Lord. I am Shyam Sundar only. My color has changed. Then said, what is this color? I never seen. Said, no, I am just indicating, this happened in Satyuga. that I am indicating that in future, in Kali Yuga, coming Kali Yuga, I will appear in this color. But not exactly Krishna's form, but in this color I will appear. You know, this champa flower, yellow champa flower, you know, that every day we offer. That is the color of Prabhupada's favorite flower, you know, one of the favorite flowers. Sometimes one day, I think in Varaha Narsingh Kshetra in Simachalam, we get these flowers very lot. And then Andhra is very famous. So Prabhupada took this, and then he was so much in ecstasy, and then he took it for a long time. He was, you know, enjoying the fragrance of this flower, like that. And then Mahaprabhu, and then he said, "My dear Lord, I want to see your form. I want to see that form. Please, please." Like that. Then he exhibited the form of the Lord as a Grihastha Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not this sannyas vesh. Ramrupa was saying that with blackish hair and, you know, and golden color. Yeah. So that is why that devotee gave this place name, because of, you know, worshipping with the champa flowers. I got darshan of the Lord. You know, and the Lord is pleased because by offering the champa flowers, you know, that's why this place will be known as Champahati. Right? Like that. So, then Ma Sachi told, okay, then she said, till the time you are here, I want to cook for prasadam for you. Because she was Thakur and everybody started offering alms and all that. Then Mahaprabhu agreed. Then Mahaprabhu told all the devotees that, you know, I don't want to give you up. You know, at the same time, I cannot stay in the place where I am born. You know, please give me some suggestion. Then they all said, Shachi Mata, that you decide. Yeah? You decide what should Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do. Then he said, Nimai, where, you know, if you stay near in Jagannath Puri, you know, because Jagannath Puri and Navadvip, they are like two rooms in the same house. You know, Mahaprabhu, all the devotees keep coming and going, right? So I will get the news of you from the devotees every year. And then also, sometimes you can come and take bath in Ganga. When you come to Shantipur, I can come and see you. That is on the order of Shri Mother Sachi Mata, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started staying in Jagannath Puri. So this is the pastime that took place in brief. There are, so you can read this. Very beautiful narrations are there. I will just mention a little bit of Sri Madhav. So, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explained that anybody who reads this chapter, you know, they will get love of Govinda. I'll just briefly mention, 5 minutes are there. Today, Sri Madhavendra Puri's His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj many times explains this pastime, right? So I will not narrate. I think it's his favorite pastime. Many times I heard from him. So I will not go into details, but little bit I will mention. Once Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while on the travels to Vrindavan, when he was there in Keshavji Mandir, he started dancing, and then lakhs of people they gathered to watch the darshan of the Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing. And then everybody thought, this must be Krishna, but different color. Everybody was thinking like that. And then meanwhile, one Sanodiya Brahman, he also started catching the hands of Lord Chaitanya. Then he also started dancing. So he was in great ecstasy, and Mahaprabhu is also in great ecstasy. And then Mahaprabhu also caught hold of his hands, and both of them started dancing. Like that. And then later, after so many hours of dancing, they stopped. And then Mahaprabhu called him and asked, how come you got so much love of Krishna? Right? How come you got so much love of Krishna? Then he said, I am a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Oh, I understood. If somebody has showed so much love for Krishna, that means he must have some contact with Madhavendra Puri. Without the contact of Madhavendra Puri, nobody can get this kind of love. Said, when Madhavendra Puri came and visited Vrindavan, that time he stayed in my house. He took prasadam in my house. Then Mahaprabhu embraced him. Then he said, serve me prasadam. He is a Sanodiya Brahman. He said, my dear Lord, people will criticize you that, I am not a full-fledged Brahmana, Sanodiya Brahmana, little lower category Brahmana, whatever. So I said, Mahaprabhu said, Madhavendra Puri ate in your house. That means you are more than Brahmana for me. Let the whole world go to hell. I will eat in your house only. Please cook with it. Because he was telling Balabhadra Bhattacharya, you cook. He said, no, you only cook. I will take. Very nice, beautiful purport Prabhupada wrote, condemning so-called Brahmanas and all that. Right? So this Madhavendra Puri, so this is, even though he was, our Sampradaya, originally from Brahma Madhva Gaudi Sampradaya, Madhvacharya Sampradaya, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati says we are more closer to Ramanuja Sampradaya philosophy than Madhvacharya. Because Madhvacharyas, they say that unless you are born in Brahmin family, you cannot be a devotee. But we don't, Mahaprabhu did not accept this. Anybody who chants Hare Krishna, he is a devotee. Right? Then, there it stopped. And then from Madhavendra Puri, this stream of Radha Krishna love has started. In the older days of Madhavendra Puri, he became so-called sick. Pure devotees of the Lord, when they come here, their bodies, they are not material. Prabhupada's body was never material. Right? It is said that in Venkatesh Balaji Mahatmya, that Swami Pushkarini's Snanam, Ekadasi Vrata Palan and Satpurusha Pada Sevanam, sabko nahi milta hai. It's very, very rare. Right? Satpurusha, pure devotees of the Lord, they don't like to take massage. If a disciple wants to serve the pure devotee of the Lord, he says, I am not having, my legs are not paining. Right? Usually they don't take. But the pure devotee, like many times you must have heard, when Vrindavan temple was established, Prabhupada's deity was installed. One Sri Vaishnava, he was observing all these things. He came and told Prabhupada, I am very, very concerned about you. He said, what? For what? When you are alive, worshipping your deity, that means it's very dangerous for you. Whoever comes and offers obeisances to you, you have to take their karma and suffer. So it's so dangerous. Prabhupada coolly told him, what for do you think I have come? To take karmas of all people and suffer. So that is the kind of mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So they pure devotees, they don't. There is a Vapu Seva and Vani Seva. So those who are devotees who can serve, the pure devotees, the body, so they are very, very fortunate. And everybody doesn't get a chance to serve like that. So Madhavendra Puri so-called fell sick. Then he was crying all the time. Ai Dina Dayatra Natha te, Mathura Natha Tava Avalokya se, like that. Then there is one disciple, Ramchandra Puri. Why are you crying all the time? Meditate on Brahman. Madhavendra Puri said, I have done such a bad karma in my whole life, so many lifetimes, that I got a disciple like you. Right? But there is this great devotee, Ishwar Puri. He was, cleaning his stool and urine and all, very regularly. There is one sentence quote, without hating. Yeah? Without hating. So that is the requirement of a disciple to serve the spiritual master's body. If he is passing stool and urine in the bed, you clean it nicely without. ऐसा नहीं कि bad karma क्या जिंदगी खराब हो गया, right? Once Prabhupada was doing in his last days, Abhiram Prabhu was serving Prabhupada, cleaning nicely and all that. So one day Prabhupada patted on his back, said, don't you hate all these things? You are such a young, beautiful young man, handsome man. Where kidhar se kidhar pahunch gaya tu? Cleaning my stool and urinal. Don't you hate? Prabhupada said, no, Prabhupada, I don't hate. Right? He was so much in love with Prabhupada that, I have no hatred, nothing. I enjoy, I relish serving you. Then he said, if I am not serving you, I will be serving Maya. So please let me serve you. Like that. So, because of this service of Ishwar Puri to Madhavendra Puri, Madhavendra Puri blessed him that you will get all the love for Krishna that he has got. He has transferred it to Ishwar Puri. Right? And then Ishwar Puri became a guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to serve him. Right? He used to Mahaprabhu took Ishwar Puri to his house. He gave him the book that he has written. Then Ishwar Puri corrected something. Mahaprabhu is such an expert logician. No. Whatever devotee says, it is correct. Right? So a very beautiful pastime is there in Chaitanya Bhagavat, like that. So this is the blessing of Shri Madhavendra Puri on Ishwar Puri, that, So one lesson we can learn from Madhavendra's pastimes, that, when Krishna ordered, Gopalji ordered Madhavendra Puri to go and bring, sandalwood, sandalwood. It was such a great difficulty because taking sandalwood from Nilachal to Vrindavan, very difficult task, because that portion was ruled by Muslim kings and they would loot, they confiscate and all that. But still, Madhavendra Puri went all the way from to Vrindavan to Nilachal, collected so many mounds of sandalwood, right? And then he was bringing. So Prabhupada says, this is the spirit of a devotee. When there is an order from the Lord, they will go to any extent to fulfill the orders of the Lord. This is, this we should take from the Madhavendra Puri's pastime of Prabhupada explains that, without caring for all the difficulties, he did. Then finally understood when Gopalji said, there is no difference between the body of Gopinath and myself. You apply this chandan to Gopinath's body. Then Madhavendra Puri stayed in the Shirachar Gopinath Mandir. Then he applied all the chandan that he collected to Gopinath. Right? Like that he fulfilled. Then you all know the pastime of Shirachar Gopinath. Right? So, this is a great pastime. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, in the beginning you were telling that a householder's duty is to get out of his house and shout 3 times whether, somebody is hungry, take prasadam at my house. So thinking this to find a way, out of this, if someone decides to make a house in the wilderness or outside the country, so, is it what?
If a grahastha eats without feeding a guest, no day should go without feeding a guest in your house. If any day goes like that, that means you are living in a snake hole. You must, break your head and, chest and then lament that nobody is coming to my house. So that, you should search for a guest and bring him, please take prasad in my house. Right? Otherwise, next life you will get a wife who will run away. Gunda, son. All these things, you read 4th Canto Bhagavatam. Puranjana, recently only I was reading Puranjana's pastime, Prabhupada instructions. Very important, Everybody cannot take sannyas, right? Right? Grahastha, in Kali Yuga, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, better to get married and practice Krishna consciousness. So for that you need to get a suitable wife. Right? Unless Prabhupada says, if you have a suitable wife, chaste and obedient, there is no need to take sannyas. Your life is successful. So for that, you have to do all this dan dharma and all. Right? One Acharya says, Parashar Bhatta says, there are mudras, mudra? For taking Chaitanya Charnamrit, this is the mudra. Right? This is the mudra. Like that, in Pujari there are many mudras. Chakra mudra and all that. So there is this one mudra. And there is this one mudra. This is one mudra and this is one mudra. If you are accustomed to doing this mudra, that means giving. Then you don't have to do this mudra. Yachana karne ka जरूरत नहीं पड़ता है. When our body is constructed, Brahmaji, when the Kapala, our Kapala is made, skull is made, at that time he goes to, he calls Lakshmi Devi, it seems. Right? Lakshmi Devi has to decide how much wealth is to be given. So Parashar Bhatta says that Lakshmi Devi, by moving her eyebrows, she will indicate how much wealth has to be given. If she raises, that means Ambani jaisa, किधर से पैसा, चप्पड़ फाड़ के देने, right? ऐसा eyebrows drown कर देगी, no money, right? कितना भी hard work करो पैसा नहीं मिलता है, right? You see, right? So many MBAs, engineers, they don't get a job, right? Like Bhaktivinoda Prabhu says, 70% of engineers, you all must be engineers, right? 70% of engineers are unemployable, it seems. They get 5,000, 10,000, right? He said, they are all welcome to ISKCON. Right? हमारा हाईवे प्रीचर को भी क्रेडिट मिलता है, राइट? इतने सारे इंजीनियर्स को भक्त बनाया, एक्चुअली इंजीनियर है ही नहीं, राइट? देन योर जॉबलेसनेस आल्सो विल बी सॉल्व्ड, राइट? सो लक्ष्मी देवी डिसाइड्स, दिस मैन did not do this mudra at all, right? So no money. Are this man is every day doing this mudra. So you must not, make some wicked plan to live in some forest so that you don't have to shout. You must go to a place where, so many poor people are there. My suggestion is, it's not practical, right? You cook some prasad and find out some poor people and give, go and give. Nothing much, it doesn't cost much actually. Some vada pav, two, three puris and sabji, you give to this, hungry people, they will be so happy. Then next life, if you go back home back to God, no problem. Otherwise, next life, some Birla or Ambani, right? Right? Any other? Thank you.
Any difference between a dedication to Krishna and surrender to Krishna?
No difference. Same. Dedication to Krishna and surrender to Krishna, same. Any difference? Nothing.
I think that is why I am sharing with you. You can comment on that. Dedication is like those who are 24 hours engaged in the service. But still, they may be not 100% surrendered. Whereas those who are not 100% dedicated to Krishna may be surrendered. Is this correct, my understanding?
This is called mental speculation. Hare Krishna. Unless you are surrendered, you cannot dedicate, right? Right? Okay, thank you.